Namaste, welcome to Santosha Well Woman collective reading for the week. So I've got an interesting reading for you this week. It's always interesting anyway, but there's a love reading this week which I've not had before, so that's nice. And a lot of different energies coming through, and it's been tricky to get this filmed. So I feel like that's a reflection of the general energy around us. We've gone into this full moon in Scorpio, and that's quite an interesting kind of energy. The Scorpio energy brings up a lot of shadow stuff and a lot of kind of things that we need to deal with that are maybe hidden, like stuff to tackle. So maybe that's why it's all been a bit eeks today. I don't know what's been going on. Anyway, let's get into the heart, because this is a love reading today, and I've got my heart bowl ready for you. We're going to get some of that energy and then we'll go into the reading. So just closing your eyes, taking a nice deep inhale. Just feel those vibrations and frequencies of the heart chakra bowl, Tibetan singing bowl. Beautiful green and pink energies. Love green today, and you'll see that comes through in the reading. I do not pick out these cards, they come out to speak to us. So nice deep breaths and feel the energy. Okay, so today's reading, as I said, is a love reading. Got some interesting cards. It's always interesting. I always say that, but it is always interesting. But the first two cards, I want to put them together, are crystal cards, both green. So this is a green beryl. It doesn't say green beryl, but that's a green beryl, which is like a almost emerald, and then malachite. Now these two cards, they are very much connected to the heart chakra, which is why I picked my heart chakra bowl. Very much connected to the heart chakra. We've got the green energies of the heart chakra. Heart chakra can be anything between green and pink. Kind of depends where you feel drawn to, and maybe different vibrations at different times. But these crystals are they both tap into heart chakra, love, compassion, self-compassion as well, being compassionate towards ourselves, and abundance. And they really tap into energies like truthfulness, loyalty, and attracting in, magnetizing in love in some form or another. It might not be a person, might be like self-love, might be some form of loving action that comes towards you. But there's quite a lot here that's about a person coming. So we'll see what we come up with here. So yeah, beryl, malachite, energies of the heart, loyalty, and also a strong sense of putting away, and I mentioned this Scorpio shadow energy, putting away any stories we have about not being worthy of love, not being worthy of affection, not being worthy of being held and seen and cared for. That's all being put away in this current energy. And it's like, open the heart, do whatever you can to open the heart. Go into nature, get into the green, walk on the earth. And there's a groundedness to this as well. So it's like bringing love down into the 3D zone, get really grounded, and then connect into the heart. And nature is an amazing way to connect into the heart and to get into that beautiful green energy. So get out into nature, connect with other beings, connect with yourself, feel like you're like the vibration of love inside you and all around you. That's going to magnetize that in. One of the strongest ways to bring love in is to just be love. Just literally be love in yourself. So this is what we're getting with these two cards. And I did pick a crystal to have on the sort of mini altar here, the Prenhite, which is a beautiful heart chakra crystal as well. Really like energizes again the heart chakra, that beautiful green energy, and some sort of protection and clearing as well here. So let's clear out those sort of message coming through is clear out the heart chakra of any old stories about not being worthy of love, because of course we are. Every one of us is worthy of love, and it's all, like I say to people, is horses for courses. So you know, there's so many people out there, there's so many different energies. There is somebody for everybody, and there's more than one person for everybody. Sometimes if our energy's not right, we can't be in the space with that person, or they can't be in the space with us. But once we get our energy into alignment with kind of our best self and our most loving self, how can that person not come? How can they not come in some form? Okay, so the next card then we're going on to these forest cards. The first one is Storm Spirit Chaos. Number 42, this one. Storm Spirit Chaos. Now, I don't know if you can see that there, but there is a storm god up here that I kind of see as Zeus, god of lightning and god of the gods. Storm, spirit, and chaos. So the message coming through is that chaos is not necessarily a bad thing. There may be chaos in our life in some form, and the message here is to embrace that as a form of stepping towards change. When there's lightning, like this with this storm, I've said this in one of the previous readings, when lightning comes, it actually creates a reaction with the soil when it hits the soil, and it actually feeds the soil and it makes it more fertile. So in the same way, chaos can bring change to our lives and bring a kind of new fertility and new growth and make space. But there's another dimension to this card in the interpretations, is that if we're too stuck in our energy, sometimes we need to have a little chaos to change things. But I'm getting more of a sense of there is chaos. There is some kind of funny energy at the moment, particularly this Scorpio energy, this shadow stuff. But it's all right. It's bringing change. It's good stuff. And so the next card connects to this because that's going to bring about healing. Next card is Bear Spirit Healing. So you can see here, what number are we on? Number 4 there. We can see here this woman with the bear in kind of wintry scene. So we might feel like things are a bit on hold, on ice at the moment. We had that coming through last week. There's some bits of our being that are on ice at the moment, but it's a time for healing. It's a time for this bear medicine, which is like bringing through some really strong sense of earthing, grounding, security, stability, and allowing things to grow on their own time. So maybe we're in a bit of a void at the moment, a bit of a spiritual void or a bit of a winter, but it's like it's all coming. It's all coming. Just have to let it come through in its own divine timing. And the next card, Crystal Cave Trust, taps into this as well. We've got Amethyst here, which was a big thing in the reading last week. This card, there's a woman in a cave, and caves have long been seen as a kind of sacred space where we can go, a bit like a womb space, we can go and do some healing and do some reflection and bring through some energy of things that maybe this is the shadow side again. We need to kind of bring up to release. And this card is really kind of speaking of trust in the universe, that things are coming. the things that we've been manifesting. Look, she's like creating this ball of energy here, and this golden energy that I always go on about. This is going to be coming through. Whatever it is we've been kind of building, and whatever it is that the storm is starting to help grow, and the wintry healing energy has been allowing us to sit with, it's coming. And we are limitless. There's no limit to what we can create, what we can bring through, what we can magnetize, what we can manifest, if we trust the universe is going to assist us, and that the timing is also just as it should be. So the next card, we're going on to the moon cards now. Interesting, I wasn't going to put this many cards, but they came out, so I was like, okay. So new moon in Libra, and a new romantic cycle begins. As I said, there's a lot of this kind of love, heart chakra. So a new romantic cycle begins. And we got here, this is a Libra new moon, which is not what we've been through, but that doesn't really matter. This is the energy that's coming through in the message. So the Libra energy is all about harmony, balance, union, two sides, a pairing, and it's about something harmonious, and it can be about something that was started in the past and didn't really kind of take off, is going to restart. That you might be coming back together with somebody from the past for a new cycle, for something to come to fruition and to come into harmony and come into balance. And one aspect of this card, interestingly, is that over the next week we should try to do, as it's a collective reading, I'm including here, we should try to do things in pairs. So if we're setting out on something new, we should be doing that with another person. If we're making a connection, we should be connecting with another person, rather than just focusing maybe on our own energy, which has been a lot of the previous readings have been about kind of bringing the energy into ourselves. Now it's kind of like bringing the energy together with another person. So where that might be in love, that might be in your career, that might be in something else in your life that you're kind of manifesting and bringing through and creating. So there might be some interesting partnerships coming up. The next card, full moon in Capricorn, and it's the end of a tough cycle that's approaching. So it feels like this is something we've been working through, and there has been quite a lot of this coming through across all the readings, that there was something we were working through, and a kind of change and a stepping into something new. That there's an end of that cycle that we've been through of change, and something that we've been working on. Could be, can be in your personal life, can be in your career, any aspect that you've been working on. We've been through some quite tough things, but also there's an aspect to this card with the Capricorn is like hard work, and the end of this cycle could be that we're actually choosing not to go ahead with something, that we're leaving something behind that would require us to do a lot of hard work. So if we're willing to put the work in, it could bring something really fruitful. But if it feels like it's just too much hard work, maybe it's distracting me from what I want to be doing, then this might mean there's something that we're putting away. So that could be in career, could be in love, could be in personal life. Something perhaps that we've seen, I've had a hard cycle with this. Am I willing to keep putting in the hard work? Is it worthwhile? And if it feels like it is, then it's like, yeah, go ahead. But it might also be like, do you know what? No, it's enough now. Enough. And that probably will speak to you with this last card in the Moon series. It's time to release negativity. Sorry about my dog, there's barking at somebody outside. It's time to release negativity. And guess what? Full moon in Scorpio, which is exactly what we have currently. Interesting, this one came out. So like I said, this Scorpio moon is always like an aspect of shadow, something quite challenging, something maybe hidden, something we've not been facing up to. We might have to face up to some kind of reality that we've been hiding from ourselves, or something that we haven't really wanted to admit. And we might have some negativity that we've been holding as well. So if we go back to the kind of love reading that is coming through here, we've got, remember, it was like healing the heart, opening the heart, letting go of those old stories about not being worthy. Maybe that's talking here as well. I get the sense there might be something else, but it's partly about this idea of releasing negative feelings that we have about love and about relationships and about union and about being with somebody. So there might be something, yeah, about releasing some negative feelings we have about ourselves, about love, about union, about connection, some hidden aspect of ourselves that we need to kind of delve into, maybe some childhood issues, some stuff about our relationships that come from childhood. Maybe we've got some digging to do here and some healing, so that we can let this kind of almost chaotic, shadowy energy come up through the body. Trust that this is for our highest good, to let this stuff out, so that we can then get to this place of like this beautiful union with another being. And the last 3 cards, well, interesting. These angel cards is some new ones for me. First one is unlikely, and the message I was getting here was like, it's unlikely to be happening this week. This love message, we're preparing the ground. It's unlikely to come to fruition this specific week, but this is a preparation for love and union to come through. Next card, trust. So double confirm, and look at that beautiful energy with the light. Trust the universe, trust all the energies of the beings that support us in our journey. Trust in yourself, trust in your intuition, trust in your inner wisdom, trust in all the angelic energy. This love is coming through, but we just have to allow the divine timing to take place and do the work on ourselves. Then the ground is there. It's like with a garden, you have to prepare it a bit. It's not going to be looking amazing to start with. We have to prepare the garden in ourselves. We have to prepare the garden, make sure we're actually open to love. We've released a lot of these old stories about not being worthy, not being the one who should be loved, not being, in the right place for it. Love doesn't think about if we're in the right place. Are we in the right vibration? Are we actually in a zone of love in ourselves? Then we can attract that in. And the last one, within the next few weeks. So I look forward to hearing what your outcome is with this. But so this week is preparing the ground, working on that heart chakra, letting the healing kind of come to fruition, let the chaos go through, and this good old Scorpio full moon, let that go through your life and clear out whatever doesn't need to be there anymore, so that we can embrace these beautiful, 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 beautiful green crystalline energies and heart chakra energy, and really open our hearts. As often when we don't receive love, it's not because there isn't love, it's not because there isn't a person, it's because we've blocked ourselves off in some way. So just let go of the negativity. And it doesn't have to be hard work, actually. It doesn't have to be hard work. The best things are not hard work. They're actually coming to us in a most beautiful alignment and bringing us that kind of beautiful heart energy connection, balance, harmony. So I hope you've enjoyed this reading. I hope it's been helpful, and I look forward to hearing what your outcomes are for this next couple of weeks. Within the next few weeks, some beautiful rose quartz heart energy. I've also got a lovely mother of pearl shell, like real purity and love in there as well, and a lovely rainbow of colours. So I look forward to seeing you next week. Have an amazing week ahead. Many blessings, much love.